Hmm. Yeah, what's going on, guys? I guess we are live, and yeah, let me get this all squared away. Get the chart up. Um, how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Um, let's go ahead, get this set up here. There we got everybody in here. The usual. What's going on? All right, so let me bring the chat on over here. All right. Make it the chat here. Good morning, guys. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right. So let's get on over to the chart. So what the chart's gonna do, guys, is well, what we see here is basically like what the bot's going to do. Entry short, move stop loss, break even. Right. This is what the bot's doing here. Okay, let me make sure. Do you guys see this? Sorry. Right. MAQ, entry short. I have a custom rule. We find a break even, move stop loss, break even, and that's it, right? So we set the break even right there, stops you out, right? That was basically the trade, right? So the bot is really, really aggressive and preserving capital. That's why we see like a 1.5 to 1. We can see more of this on the likes of, let's say, NQ. So MNQ and NQ, although they're the same, they're different. Okay. And so, same logic here. Whereas the human freaks out and says, oh no, right? It says, oh no. We're actually in the trade. Oh boy. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. You see my piano moving, but it's coming on down. Let me see where I'm at. Um, let's take a look. But yeah, so those attribute to the greens. Right now we're red by 140 bucks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the micros. Um, let's take a look here. Um, let's see here. Did we capture the move here? No, that's why we got the drawdown. Where did we get beat up here? We got beat up here on the century. Right there. Oh boy, I could see that. All right. Where did we get beat up on the century? So I'm just gonna go ahead and trust the bots. It's there. There's not gonna be any human intervention here. It is what it is, right? This gives us data and things that we can improve with the bots. But basically, the weak performance. I mean, it's up $18,000 since we launched the damn thing, right? So, um, not gonna freak out too much. Now, what we see here, it looks like it should have set a stop loss to break even right here. I'm not sure why that didn't happen. Unless, let's go ahead and see what's happening. You know what, guys? I am experimenting with smaller time frames, trying to um experimenting with shorter time frames. And I think the 3 minute is really just um the 3 minute is really there we go, we found it. It was on the 3 minute. Oh man, right there. Let me go to the screen. So yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix. I was experimenting with the 3 minute time frame to see how this would work. And it's not working very well, as we can see here. So anybody trading like non-standard time frames, like the one or no, excuse me, the two or the three, yeah, no bueno. Okay, so Before again, guys, this is before we reach retail, right? I got to do every possible experiment out there with this thing. Especially, I don't like to rest on my laurels, right? So we did that. The bot was working. It was working great. I'm all about pushing the envelope. So, um, but it looks like I might have pushed it a little bit too far because the 3 minute just doesn't make much sense here. Doesn't make much sense. So that sucks. Um, but yeah, let's see here. Everybody's here. Who's sitting on their hands? I mean, we're still green technically, but who's sitting on their hands? It really, really be interesting to see. Really, really be interesting to see how how it handles this here, right? Because it set this as its stop. This was his entry. It set this as its stop. And I'm just really interested in seeing how it handles this, where it has to close here and then go long, right? Because now we have a long trade. We have an entry long. We have an order open. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'm glad everyone's sitting on their hands. And you know what? Honestly, I'm like, hey, you know what? It should be a choppy day. I really wanted to see how the bots were going to work on a choppy day. This is actually a really, really good thing to see how they work on a choppy day. Although I think I was just better off leaving the bot on the standard time frames, honestly. Um, let's see. Okay. So it got out of that position. And okay, so he got out of that position. It took a position elsewhere. Quite change that that's it took a position elsewhere. That's why, right? So simultaneously it took a position elsewhere while closing a position. Let's go ahead and see where that might be. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find it. Find a position that it took. So if we go to the 1 minute, then we have to go to NQ. Let's see, did it take an NQ? Try to find a position it's in. Let's see. Or was it ES? It's probably a ES here. There you go. This is the position that it took. So, Corey, I hope that, right? Corey, right here. So, yeah. Okay. So that offset the loss, which is a good thing, right? So our total P&L, we still end the day green. This is great. This is where having discipline and managing your risk really, really, really shines. That trade on the 3 minute was diabolical, which means I have to, at the conclusion of the stream, I'm going to kill the 3 minute, get back to our standard time frames, the 30, the 5, and the 1. So this is interesting here. I mean, it's just doing this thing. It, in my mind, like if we walk away and this thing, the bot is $1,000 profitable on the day, and I'm doing nothing. And obviously, I'm learning. I'm learning because I'm a control freak as a trader. I'm just a control freak, and I'm also learning to trust it. So it's one of those things. But yeah, not bad. Yeah. So for the most part, um, cost, you know, we're gonna go ahead and tally its performance at the end of the month. Um, because the way we're doing this is at any given time, it's only $4,000 worth of margin, right? So it pretty much at any given time. So with that, it's like you probably need a port of 10 to 15,000. Now, if that is the case with someone coming to me with a port of 10 to 15,000 and then they double their port, I'm not charging you $100 a month for you to double your fucking port. Um, the other way, the other way to think about it too is there will be a prop firm friendly version, which doesn't hedge, but moves ultra fast and is conscious of your drawing drawdown. And of course, I'm not charging a couple of $100 for that. We're going to be looking at several thousands a month, guys. I mean, starting maybe at like 1,000, working its way up all the way up to $6,000 a month. So I mean, and of course the returns just have to make sense, right? So if you're trading something like micros, you know, what would be a fair value for that, right? You're trading micros. It's probably gonna be, $1,000 a month if you're trading exclusively micros. If you're trading minis, um, if you're trading minis, then it'd be a little more. Uh, Not gonna do a percent of profit. That makes no sense. Unless I could go ahead and do a percent of profit, but I'm not a broker. So listen, guys, I know everyone wants to, like relieve themselves of responsibility on the front end, and I get it, but that's just not going to be the way this works. You want to make money, cost money to make money. I mean, that's just the way it works. Yeah, yeah. Like I really have no stress and like I guys just think about it, right? I'm like, hey, let's trade on like a very, very, very shitty day of trading. I really have that much respect for the bot, right? So um I trust it. On very, very crappy days of trading, like today, it's just chop. It was I just wanted to see how it performs. All last week, it absolutely killed it, right? Its equity curve is just insane. It's just ridiculous. So let's see here. Looking for other opportunities. There's really nothing. All right. So go ahead. Position history. I want to look at position history. The bot trades from 9:30 to 11:30. It's just certain hours. So optimal hours. No, we would have the bot. For instance, if you're going to be doing something like London hours or whatever, we would have a different bot product for that. It'd be a completely different bot product for that. Okay. Um, Here we go. Nice, nice. We're green. It's doing its thing. I'm not going to stress about it. What we also probably going to have to do is, so this is what we saw yesterday, where the bot ran up to over $3,000. Now, the bot doesn't know when to stop. The bot doesn't know greed. The bot just knows like, hey, I got to do what you tell me to do. And so there was drawdown close the day at $1,800. What we will be doing is, depending on the product that you are in, we end up capping or yeah, we will cap how much you can make on the day. So let's see here. Um, yeah, looks like we are in MNQ again, once again, short. Uh, Early 2026. We have some. Okay, so what we're doing here now, um, what we're gonna start doing now, and then something. Okay, so you guys know how you see like GG scores, right? So you have deviations. So what we're trying to do is the more it deviates, the tighter we set your stop so you can collect more profit. Does that make sense? We're working on that part. So we're definitely in no rush to launch this. Definitely in no rush. And as expected, it's having a hard time in job, and that's fine. Um, it's it, okay. So this is what we can do. So we're looking at the screen here, and we see what's happening on the 1 minute. It's trending down now. We can get a clue of what's happening on the five. On the five, also, we got a band down, trending down. So that looks to check out. What the bot is also doing is going on over to the 30 minute and trying to align itself with the 30-minute band, as you see here, right? It's trying to align itself with that there. So it's trying to make sure it's in confluence with the larger time frame. Just kind of like what we taught you guys in the trade camp this past weekend. But it's just chop here, right? It's from to now, it's just chop. We'll see. We'll see if it chooses a direction. Um, it's just hanging out here. All right. So does it use close of candle? Yes. On the entry, it's calculating its entry for an exact entry in that moment in time. So when it's entering a trade, it can do intra-candle, right? When it's closing a trade, it has to do candle close because we don't want it to, you know, um, we don't want it to enter a trade where it's already extended, you know, 60% of the ATR. So we've got it to trade intra-candle, which is great. So enough evidence suggests on a larger time frame, down to the 5 minute, larger time frame saying a little bit of chop, the 5 minute saying coming on down, the 1 minute, it's trying to hold its own on the 1 minute. Yeah. I think I think we're gonna do well. Let's see here. Actually, to answer that question, my bot did best yesterday. So here's the thing, right? So Hot Potato's bot was actually up far more aggressively because well there was a position sizing issue. Like that wasn't being relayed. So he was actually trading larger than he should have. Um and so I was up at about $2,700. It was up over 3,000. What happened was that his bot doesn't filter against the higher time frames, so I ended up taking trades. And obviously we have a size mismatch because you have to fix the size of his trades. When you have that size mismatch, ended up going from being up 3,000 to closing the day down 800. Um, I ended up closing the day up 1,800. So, there are those things that we need to have in place where it's like, all right, after you make $1,000, stop trading. After you make $2,000, stop trading. Right. It doesn't care about those events. It just trades the system. Like it doesn't care about those events. So I know for most of you, like looking at this, like wow, this bot has more patience than any of us, right? I mean, it's it's just holding and doing this thing, and I think that that is one of the advantages of a bot as well. You go about your life, live your life, and just let the bot do its thing. Um, I have about till 11:30 before the bot stops trading. So I am freaking ecstatic right now that it's holding its own in chop. Right. Guys, it's holding its own chop, doing two NQs, two ESs, 20 MESs, and 20 MNQs. And still holding its own in chop. Any human rocking that type of size would have been down thousands already. Um, let's get back to the chart. I know you guys don't want to look at me, so everybody's like, "We want to see the bot, damn it." Um, let's see what it looks like on the 5. And on the 5, we have all the reason to believe this is going to be a profitable trade. Oh boy, there we go. Can someone show hands and tell me you would have had the patience to withstand that drawdown? Show some hands. Man, nope, no shot. It's rough. I know. Nope. It's it's tricky. It's tricky. So I am 100% just like fucking excited. And let's drain minute. Looks like it's we're not down. There's a level down here. It wants to come for this level. We'll play. Nice. Let's get on over to the 1 minute. What does the 1 minute see? Okay. Nice. Also, guys, if you are like uncomfortable with the trade, let's say you're like, man, I'm done. Whatever, you can just close your position. Close it a profit. It's you can do that, right? But it's all about having faith in this thing. Oh. The other advantage of the bot is, yeah, the bot's running off trading view. The other advantage of the bot is that it can see what other tickers are doing when you can't, right? So, you know, well, some are maybe like just staring down gold or waiting for NQ, or you see what I'm saying? It can do multiple things. It's multitasking. So that's another advantage that the bot will have over you. Yeah, it's really, really choppy. And like, this thing is like, yeah, yeah, like, I'm really, really happy at his performance. It's not like, in Chop, we've like blew up the account, right, guys? How many people blow up their accounts at moments like this? And Chop, it hasn't done that. It's legit, like, just trying his damn best. Can't get mad at that, man. Can't get mad at that. It's trying his damn best. This is beautiful, right? I mean, really trying here. Look at that. Nice. And truth be told, I'll be frank, if I may. If I'm in a system, or I have a system that's literally just like printing money, or it gives me an opportunity to print money far more than I ever could. It's like, yeah, maybe I'll set my bot to be done at $500 a day. I know for a lot of you, an extra $500 a day would change your life. Okay, so it's a profit somewhere. Wait, whoa. No, it moved it stopped. You guys see how it just protected itself? It just moved it stop. That's okay, dope. All right, I'll take that. That was dope. That was ultra convenient. That was ultra convenient. It was up 700 and said, okay, well, if you want to keep going, cool, but I have a responsibility to protect myself now. And we're up $141. It's like with human intervention, we're like we're the Teslas of trading right now. Let's see if finds another opportunity somewhere else and we get into a trade. It does thing. It's really, really smart, guys. It really is like it's cool. I like it. Enjoy this and chop. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Hmm. Hey, who's impressed or remotely impressed? 50K margin plus 6K of love? Tell me, I'll pay. No, man. Man. I don't know if it's oh, so I want you guys to pay attention to this. The bot the bot here. You guys remember how we were talking about like if you take the trade, you can't re-enter until the next trade design? The bot respects that. It respects that. You can't, it doesn't look at look you can do this. You see, like there's another re-entry plane at or above right there. It just grazed it, right? It's not touching it. It doesn't care about this trade anymore. It doesn't care about that. It's like, no, I made my money off this trade. I'm going to wait for the next trade design. Now, the guys, honestly, let's be real. On trending days, like I'm gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna see the bot make another $2,000, right? As long as it's trending. Today is like a bank holiday, whatever, right? The bot isn't okay. The bot isn't for everyone. I'm just gonna say that. Like, the bot's gonna be okay. So this is what we plan on doing. We plan on doing using the cable TV model, right? We plan on yes, the cable TV model. So we start at 100, right? And then there's packages. So if you want to trade MES, you start off at 500. If you want to trade MES and M&Q, that's 1,000 a month, right? Then if you want to trade ES and NQ, that's going to be extra monies, right? And then, of course, we have the exotics, gold, GC. We will have a DAO, so you can trade YM. They'll be bundled packages. We're going to use the cable model. The thing is that as we are able to track your portfolio and see that you're making more money, we will raise prices and we're going to cap it to something that's respectable, that respects both parties. I don't think this bot should be taking any more than, let's say, you know, if you got $100,000 portfolio and you're making $30,000 a month, right? I shouldn't take any more than 20%. So that would be 6K, right? In my mind, that's where I'm thinking. And of course, we're going to limit this. This isn't going to be a open to the public product because I want to make sure everyone's getting their fills, that the bot actually works, and we're not creating footprints. So it's going to be limited to about 400 or 500 people, and that is it, right? So it's not going to be something where it's like you get 2 or 3,000 people just loading it up with 10 key contracts. Like, you know how fast they will send helicopters and like fucking drop a nuke on my house? two, 3,000 people, 10 contacts each. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Because, yeah. Dude's coming in through my roof. I'm still in the shower in the middle of a trade. Like, what the fuck you guys want? Like, no, 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 that's not cool. I don't want that life. Right. So that's the thing. For props, you're absolutely correct. The thing is that, yeah, we'll be able to see if you're connected to a prop account. Yeah, we'll be able to see if you're connected to a prop account. And that's the other thing. We need to be able to like see what you guys are doing for liability purposes as well. Now, if you're doing prop accounts, I'm gonna say this: maybe the first 2 3 months, you get your payouts, everything is fucking great. I think after that, yeah, the props are gonna be like, no, we're not doing this. So props don't allow bot trading, but the way we have this is I'll show you guys something. The props are not going to know whether it's a bot or it's organic, right? Because I personally can create a trade right now, like I just did, right? So everything is through a trading view, and I just lost my bot money, right? So it's not like we have a script, like a Ninja Trader, and no, it's basically it's trading view. That's all this is. Yeah, you can link it to Tradevate. Yeah. So, man, And that's another thing, guys. You can go ahead, the bots taking trades. You could also take trades with it, just to create a larger footprint. What I can't wait to do is use this, right? So you guys see this is the GT score, and we talked about it in trade camp. So what it will do is, based on the GT score, it will lax the trailing ATR, right? And as the GT score gets larger and larger, it'll start tightening the ATR. So basically, it will trail price all the way up until, let's say, maybe like if the GT score goes all the way to yellow, and you guys know it gets overextended to two, it's going to help you ride it a little more, right? Um, and secure more profits, right? So that's something I'm really excited about. That's probably going to be the single most important feature of this bot, because it'll make sure that you're safe and you're taking your money. Well, yeah, 100 people could be taking the same trade. Listen, I'm gonna be frank. People are gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. If you're gonna go ahead and take this and apply it to prop firms, and that's between you and the prop firm at that point. I did my job. I did my job. I'm just advising. It may or may not work because they may, flag you. Just advising. But I really don't give a fuck. That's on you. Right? And as far as like we're not at this point, we're not doing CL or GC just yet until we get that trailing stop working. And then we can add GC and CL into the rotation, which is gonna be fun. I think it'll be fun. So let's see here. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing, a whole lot of consolidation. So Brian Wall actually brings up an interesting thing. It could run the bottom, follow along. So what you guys are seeing on this chart is basically our master chart, where I get to demo what the bot's doing, what it's thinking. The retail side of it won't be getting this chart because too many guys out there trying to reverse engineer stuff, and it's just I'm not letting that happen. What you can do is you can trade your alerts. You will still get alerts, but you won't see it on the chart. Um, let's see. There's really nothing for us to do. All right, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up the stream, and wherever the bot is at 11:30, I'll post that. And wait, we got a new fill order. We got a new fill order 4 minutes ago. We're in something. Oh, that was me. That was me. That was me doing the manual. Like looking at this, like, oh yeah. Um. All right. Um. It shouldn't. It shouldn't, because the way we have it is I think the bot's its own agent, so it's routing it a different way, and then the user, I mean, it's different because it's not an alert that's triggering the gotta touch the potato on that one, but it's the routing, the way it's routed. It's just we'll figure that out. Anyways, I am signing out. I gotta go ahead and get some stuff done. There's really not much to do today. It was Chop City The bot survived up until this point, over $100. It was my dumb self who was sampling, and now we're only down to 32. But still, technically, no red days, which is good. No red days with this thing. And we'll see tomorrow. We'll see it kick ass and take names. I'm also going to bring it back to its default settings, which was the 5 minute. I feel like the 3 minute did a lot of harm. Oh, wait. Okay, we're in a trade. Yeah, let's go to ES. Let's go to ES here. All right. I guess, more entertainment for now, right? Here goes ES. Oh, the 3 minute, sorry. Yep. This was the 3 minute, not the five. All right, so we had a 3 minute trade design. Looks like it came on in. Why did it enter? Wait, is it 1 minute? Yes. I'm trying to figure out why. There you go, right here. Okay, it's the 1 minute ES. That's why it entered. Oh, NSX been sold, brother. It's been sold. Um, so let's see how it handles this trade. It's on the 1 minute ES trending down. Just a whole lot of chop. You can see the range here, right? But it's trending down. We gotta be patient here, guys. Let's see what happens. See if it makes us some money. You know, it's we made the bot so that people could go live their lives and let the bot do its thing. But I have a feeling like people will legit like babysit their bot every morning. Come on, admit if that's gonna be you, admit it. You gotta babysit your bot. Come on. It's only in the beginning. Yeah, yeah, that's understandable. Here we go. Nice, nice. Okay, yeah. The bot's like, all right, Dave. Good boy. There we go. I love this. This is such a great demo. Like on a choppy day, this thing is still doing his best job. I love it. So, but I think one of the things that also benefits the bot too is that it's following rules, right? So it's just not flippy. It's also not adding to their losers, which I think a lot of traders find themselves guilty of doing that, right? So you're doubling down on the losers, and then you know the trade goes against you, and then you realize you can't absorb that type of emotional damage. And the bot is just very vanilla in its approach and just keeping things nice and tight, right? So if you had a red day of $300, it's like not a big deal. It's gonna be sometime in 2026 on Sizer. Jeez. Jeez. Uh, all they need is like it's telling us what our take profit is. It's we need it to move 11 points for a decent take profit is 11 points on ES. On a day like today with full of chop, I don't know if we get that. All right. So yeah. So guys, I'll go ahead and post the boss performance when it hits 11:30. This is just really a lot. Hey, guys, we see it here, right? It's all this chop. I'm gonna let it do its thing to chop, and we'll see how bad the damage is, right? But I don't expect it to be too bad, so they should be fine. All right, boys and girls. This was, yeah, the debut. We threw it into we threw it to the wolves here. I've never been happier. I have never been happier because you think about it, right? What are the worst days for most traders? It's chop days, right? And so if on a chop day, the bot can preserve your account and have you lose on a day, like today it's red 100 $200, right? $200 is only 10% of what it made yesterday and about like 1% of what it's made in the past week. That's a victory because we're always going to get chop, right? So it's about the money we make when we're not in chop. The only way to avoid chop is to have an even smaller time frame, right? To get into like the 30-second, which I don't know if I want to do that. I know it's sizers like, I'll do it. No, we're not going to do that. Anyways, guys, we're done here. I'll let you know how it goes. Peace.